So full review of that on the site. Anything else you've been playing, Jeff?
I just started playing WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2009 featuring ECW.
How does that work?
I bet that's really good.
World War E.
Different leagues? Wait, what?
They split up their stuff into different brands now.
But
so there's three different. It's all the same company,
still
but they have
Vince McMahon.
They have three different shows. So
yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
So they try and position it as slightly different, but it's really just all kind of the same junk.
Is that in response to TNA trying to come up in the last couple of years?
You know, maybe it kind of happened right around the same time. They called it the brand extension. It used to be that all the wrestlers wrestled on all of their TV shows. Instead, now they have. I think actually the reason they do it is so that they can have like multiple sets of wrestlers touring the country.
I feel like they're all constantly doing like weird organizational shuffles at the WWE.
Yeah, they try to have like a draft every so often. They go, let's have a draft and shake things up. But then whenever they get bored of, they're like, this guy moved to this other show. Why? Shut up. That's why.
You'll watch the wrestling and you'll like it.
Yeah. So I started playing SmackDown. It's just depressing. I don't know that game. Like, ostensibly, I should be the audience for that game, right? I enjoy video games. I know more about wrestling than most people should.
Yeah.
Like, that should be
This is for you.
all it takes, right?
This is for you.
But no, like that series has just gone off onto such a crazy deep end where only people who already like that game could like that game.
So yeah, it's not even for wrestling fans. It's for a specific subset.
It's for
of
wrestling game
fans.
fans. Yeah, like totally. And even then, like it's
Can you very briefly, I know you did a little bit, just sum up what wrestling is now? Like, what are the organizations and what is going on in wrestling?
It's really just the WWE and
That's it?
TNA. Those are the two big ones. There are a bunch of like other weird regional. There's like some stuff in Japan still going on. There's like regional groups. There's they just put on show. We put on shows in Chicago, and here's our superhero from Chicago who's going to be in the there's some stuff like that. But as far as like televised major national stuff, it's down to those two.
So TNA is its own wrestling organization?
Yeah, it's a separate company owned by some different dudes, and it just happens to have a lot of people that left the WWE in it
For one reason or
It's a different
another.
company. It's a different quality of product.
That is for sure.
Okay.
And then WWE has 3 television shows. So, between those two organizations and ESPN Classic's constant airing of old AWA wrestling,
That stuff is awesome.
Yeah, that stuff is awesome. There's now wrestling on television like every night of the week. It's crazy.
Rejoice.
Yeah, except it's all like really bad. Like I don't know. Wrestling was good. Let's just nod your head and agree with me on that. At one point, wrestling was popular for a reason.
I feel
because
like,
it was like
wrestling is almost like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
goes.
Like, it's
totally.
constantly going, and it's like, well, it's got a following forever. But sometimes it's kind of awesome, but a lot of the times it's just terrible.
It's like the quality is always contingent on the lineup.
Yeah,
Like, it's
more-
only as
yeah.
good as the people who are in it.
Well,
right?
it's really the thing. It's not so much about the lineup. Like the people they have are actually like quite good. It's the writing. It's the storylines that these people get thrown into that are just nonsense.
So do they have a team of writers
Yeah,
cranking
they
out
totally do.
storylines?
Freddie
yeah.
Prinze
Like
Jr.
Freddie
is
Prinze
one of the
Jr.
writers
Wow.
for WWE.
Yeah.
I was picturing like just an array of dweebs sitting behind computers like banging out,
No, you would think it
like
would be
face
that
and heel kind of
you would
storyline.
totally think that they would just go get a bunch of wrestling fans to do it, but like every time the WWE posts any kind of writing position, they want Hollywood writers. They want hey, if you've written soap operas, dude, then you understand the time pressure of you producing on a regular basis. Because it's like they put on shows, every week of the year. They've got what is it, 2, 3? They have like 5 hours of television to fill, one pay-per-view a month. That's another 3 hours. It's a pretty heavy workload. So I mean, you can expect that a lot of that's going to be a little hit and miss, but it's way more miss than hit lately. And
So,
it's
wait.
just kind of. Ugh.
Back up a second. Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah,
Apparently a
Jr.
huge wrestling fan.
apparently he somehow I don't know.
Good
Wow.
for him.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Making things
What else is he
happen.
doing? Come on.
I don't
And
know.
and also what else is he doing? Yeah, but it's So
So you think there are like script meetings where like Triple H sits down and just has glasses on all of a sudden in some kind of smart business suit and is like, I don't know why my character would be doing
him
this.
specifically, yes.
Like what's
Most
his
wrestlers
motivation?
no.
They
but-
just get the
but
script
yes.
the night of and
Yeah.
they're like, all right,
Yeah, go.
I'm evil now.
Yeah,
go.
So, but the problem with the game isn't necessarily that wrestling itself has gotten bad. That doesn't really help. It's more that just the game is just a poor representation of what wrestling is.
Like from a mechanical standpoint.
Yeah, from a mechanical standpoint, it's like what wrestling is watching the good guy and the bad guy struggle. Whereas the game is you stomping a hole in some dude's ass for 5 minutes, doing your finisher like 3 times, and then finally getting the pin. It's like not even... It doesn't even resemble what wrestling is. It's like they made a really bad fighting game.
And it seems like I think you have voiced the opinion that like the underlying big problem with wrestling games is that they act like it's all real.
Yeah, I mean that totally is the problem. They treat it like it's real. So like the thing for this year's SmackDown is like tag teams are a big focus, which is hilarious because tag teams are always the worst part of any wrestling game.
Tag teams back again.
So they've yes. So
Yeah.
tag teams
Because you can never recreate that great like struggle of the guys in the middle of the ring and he's trying to reach
that's
out.
exactly what they did this year.
Oh, really?
They call that the hot tag. So they've included that mechanic, but that mechanic only works if it's all fake and scripted. So when you try to actually do that, they build it so I think the guy that's outside the ring has to push buttons to build up his meter or something, and so it's like that only really works if one guy is getting super beat up.
Yeah.
Which if you're playing against the computer anyway, that doesn't happen. So it just I don't know. It's all over the place. It's got a lot of voice acting, and all of it's really bad because none of it's being shouted.
Oh.
Like, when you're in a wrestling arena, even when you're talking to a microphone, you have to yell it. Like, all the announcers are always like, we're here doing this thing! Whereas, like, now it's all just very loud people going like, we are here doing this thing. Welcome to the wrestling.
Tag me.
It's just...
Tag me.
It's weak.
Yeah.
It's weak.
I'll see you at SummerSlam.
You'll see me in hell.
Uh-oh.